The Moon weighs 73 quintillion tons. It orbits 388,000 kilometers above Earth and has for 4.5 billion years. Ask what holds it up, and there's a standard answer. The standard answer isn't wrong. It's incomplete. Because if nothing were interacting with it, if it were just gravity and motion, perfectly balanced, the Moon wouldn't be moving away at all, but it is. About 3.8 centimeters per year, roughly the length of your thumb. That's about 4 meters every century, small enough to ignore until you don't. Over billions of years, it becomes everything, not all at once, but relentlessly. Newton's answer was that the Moon is falling. It moves sideways fast enough that it never lands. Gravity pulls inward, motion carries it forward. The orbit closes. That's true, but it's a snapshot. It tells you where the Moon is, not where it's going. In 1969, Apollo astronauts left mirrors on the Moon. We still fire lasers at them. The light returns, and we time the trip with extreme precision. We can measure the distance to within millimeters, and it's increasing, about 3.8 centimeters per year today. Not constant, but consistent over long timescales. The reason is tides. The Moon pulls harder on the near side of Earth than the far side. The planet stretches. Oceans rise. Even rock deforms slightly. Earth rotates faster than the Moon orbits. Friction drags the tidal bulge slightly ahead of the Moon. That offset matters, because it has mass. And because it's ahead, it pulls the Moon forward. A forward pull adds energy. More energy raises the orbit. The Moon moves outward. Then comes the shift. The Moon isn't escaping Earth. Earth is spinning it away. The energy comes from Earth's rotation. As the Moon gains orbital energy, Earth slows down. The day lengthens, about 1.7 milliseconds per century. This isn't theoretical. Ancient corals record shorter days. Tidal sediments preserve repeating lunar cycles. The farther back you go, the faster Earth spins, and the closer the Moon is. The rate changes. The direction does not. That explains how the Moon moves. It doesn't explain why it exists. The leading explanation is a giant impact. A Mars-sized body collided with the early Earth. Debris formed the Moon. But there's a complication. Earth and the Moon are almost chemically identical, more similar than simple versions of this model predict. They look like they formed from the same material. One leading idea is that the impact was so energetic it created a single rotating cloud of vaporized rock, a synestia. Inside it, material mixes, then condenses. Earth and the Moon formed from the same shared source. That explains the similarity. It's not the only explanation, but it fits the evidence well. There are even hints that remnants of the impacting body may still exist deep inside Earth. If so, the event that formed the Moon didn't fully erase itself. Early on, the Moon was much closer. Tidal forces were far stronger. The system was more unstable. The Sun's gravity perturbs the Moon's orbit. Under certain conditions, those perturbations can resonate. Energy builds. The orbit stretches. Most systems like this don't settle. They break. The Moon could have been lost or fallen back to Earth. It didn't. What we see is a version that made it through, and that matters. Earth's tilt, about 23.5 degrees, stays relatively stable. Mars, without a large moon, swings much more dramatically. The Moon speeds up Earth's axial precession, helping keep it away from destabilizing resonances. It doesn't make Earth perfectly stable, but it helps, and over long timescales, that matters. As the Moon moves farther away, that influence weakens. Over billions of years, Earth's tilt may become more variable. The climate would shift with it. This isn't just motion, it's a window. Earth has a period where conditions remain unusually stable. We happen to be inside it. This window doesn't last forever. Long before the Sun's final stages, the system will change. The moon will be farther. Days will be longer. The balance will shift. So, what is holding the moon up? At one level, motion and gravity. At another, tides transferring energy from Earth to the moon. And beneath that, history, a specific collision, a specific outcome, a system that evolved instead of collapsing. 3.8 centimeters per year, small in a lifetime, relentless over time. The moon is not held up, it is being moved, slowly, continuously, by the Earth beneath it. And it will keep moving long after everything familiar is gone.